Welcome to the Kansas one-shot turkey hunt. The one-shot turkey hunt began in 1987 in El Dorado, Kansas. It's brought people from all over the world to Butler County and to El Dorado. It celebrates the wild turkey and its restoration. Wild turkeys were expatriated from Kansas. There were none, and they were reintroduced and prospered, and we celebrate each year the magnificent wild turkey and its return to the plains of Kansas. And we celebrate the friendship and camaraderie that all the hunters and guides and landowners bring together. The future is very, very bright. So even though we've existed for all these years, we have a great future ahead. My earliest memory is that in 1987, after I was elected governor, I approached some friends from El Dorado, a state senator and some prominent business people, about the concept of a one-shot turkey hunt. Butler County is the largest county in Kansas, so it had the land mass. It also was the #1 county in turkey harvest at that time. And the good part of it is that we met with great positive reception. The business leaders got behind it. Marv McCowan, who was a new chamber executive, got behind it, and in fact, Marv managed the hunt itself for over 20 years. We were able to get the game warden, Billy Cox. He went out and got the landowners to allow hunting on their land. A number of people stepped forward as guides in the first hunt and offered up. And Raymond Chris always told the story. He went around to find the money sponsors. And he said he approached 30 and no one turned him down. That shows you a lot about the community and why we've been able to thrive, really, in El Dorado and Butler County for all these years. And the truth is, the hunt has a great future, as well as an honored past. Over the years, one of my guides was Raymond Chris. Raymond was a great friend. He was quite a guy, but he wasn't necessarily the greatest hunter. And he went out and put our blind out the day before. Well, what he did was he took a fish seine and he strung it around between some trees and then put some thistles in front of it. And we go out in the morning and it's near the roost and you can hear the gobblers. But Raymond had placed the blind right underneath a great heron rookery. And of course, in a little bit, as the sun started to come up, it started to rain. But there wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was the herons. And then finally we called to Tom and he came down, walked into us, and I got ready to shoot. It was plenty close enough, big old bird. And I couldn't get my gun through the fish seine. Seine was too small. I didn't realize that he had put it up there. Well, by the time I finally got dislodged from the seine, the old Tom had detected us and moved away. We never got a shot. What it's meant the most is all the friendships, all the people, whether they be landowners, whether they be board members, whether they be hunters, whether they be guides, up and down the street, all throughout the community. People have pitched in, volunteers. I think of all the years that the volunteers were so critical to this hunt, all donating their own time and energy. It's just absolutely been remarkable. And it has a great future too, because the community is still very, very much behind the hunt. And that's what it takes. The community's just opened up its heart, really, to this hunt all these years. And I'm very, very grateful and thankful for that. The hunt has brought people from all over the world, people from Mexico and Canada, people from Spain, and then, of course, virtually every state in the Union. And so people from all over the world have come here to participate in the one-shot turkey hunt. And many of them have fallen in love with the community, made lifelong friends here. And so it's just meant so much to me because the community has embraced the hunt at every level for all these years, and the future is very, very bright. Back in Washington, D.C., I met a woman who had the finest duck stamp collection in the world, and she wanted to donate it to the federal government, and I was working at that time. She'd hunted all over, but she'd never killed a turkey. Jeanette Rudy was her name, and I said, would you like to come to Kansas and hunt in the one-shot turkey hunt? Well, she did come, and the first morning, fortunately, a big old tom flew down right in front of her blind, and she shot it. She was so thrilled that she pulled out her phone and called Porter Wagner from the Grand Ole Opry and got him out of bed and said, Porter, you're not going to believe where I am or what I'm doing. From that moment on, she loved El Dorado. It so happens that she spoke in the public schools here each year when she would come. She ended up giving huge donations to the special education program in El Dorado, Kansas. Incredible amounts of money to that program. She was a very, very generous woman. And she came to the hunt even in years when she got old enough that she really couldn't participate. She still came anyway. I still remember on her little scooter getting around because she could no longer walk, but still wanted to participate. And to her dying days, she loved El Dorado and the great memories that she made here with so many friends. When I first started, I knew very few people here. But over the years, I've come to know hundreds and hundreds of people in El Dorado and made friends with people all over the world. Nicholas Franco from Spain, for example. I still remember the first time I met Dick Drescher, and we met at the one-shot antelope hunt. I said, you guys really need to come out to Kansas, and you really need to hunt turkeys. That began what is now a lifetime relationship between the two organizations. And many, many friends over the years from the Grand National came here and of course had a tremendous time. The hunt just introduces you to so many people that you'd never had the opportunity to meet otherwise, and develop very special relationships. Hunters are a certain fraternity, and no matter where you go, it's really an unspoken word. So there are just so many great people, professional baseball players, professional football players, governors. We've had at least 8 Kansas governors who participated in the one-shot. We've had at least 2 governors from other states. We've had all kinds of celebrities. It is an ongoing relationship, one that I hope, of course, will continue for many, many years. I think the future is just as good or better than the past. We've got a real solid foundation. We've got a real good board of directors. We're very well organized. We're in good financial condition. We've got support from a lot of places, a lot of people, particularly from the Department of Commerce. Kansas Department of Commerce has been a great financial supporter. Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks provides all kind of personnel to help us. So I think the future looks every bit as bright as the past. So while we have a great tradition, I'm certainly looking forward to the hunt for many years to come.